How's everybody doing? This is the Mystifier. Today, I have a great effect for you guys. This one is called Thetalia by Ian Rowland. Basically, this is an effect that makes you look like a super high James Bond Inspector Gadget type card cheat. This makes you look like whoever the hell you want to look like. You want to be a Dan and Dave guy, you could look like him. You want to look like you have the super skills of like David Blaine and Houdini, you could look exactly like them. This trick basically allows you to produce a straight flush from a genuinely shuffled deck of cards. It's genuinely shuffled, and it really is shuffled. You know why? Because you do not shuffle the cards. The spectator shuffles the cards, okay? So, let me show you the effect, and then I will give you my review on this effect. So, let's get in with Thetalia by Ian Rowland. Okay, so I'm about to share with you guys some real honest sleight of hand. I'm going to cheat for you. I am going to be cheating for you. And I want to tell you a cool little story. Here, take the cards. So the spectator has the cards in their hand. And just go crazy mixing them up. So this story is that when I was in high school being a freshman, now I'm a senior. I'll be graduating in May or June. I'm done in May, but June is like the official day with tests and everything, but May is the last day with classes. But when I was a freshman, I would actually play cards with people, and I wouldn't tell them that I was a magician. So it'd be my turn to deal, and if you got caught, people would, hurt you and stuff like that. It wouldn't be a fun, experience. Oh yeah, I cheated in cards, If you live to tell a story about that, that'd be cool. So I would cheat all the time, but nobody would actually, honestly catch me. I'm not saying this because I'm good, I'm saying it because it's true. So the cool part is, that's how it worked. So one day I said to somebody, okay, I'm going to show you how I could cheat. They were like, yeah, okay, you cheated. You're just really good at cards. You're not cheating. I was like, okay, look, what I want you to do is imagine that by the end of this trick, I'm going to have a 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace there. And we'll work it out. So if you notice, I am still continually shuffling the deck. Okay, so this isn't more of a card trick. This is more of a performance, a routine, I told the person. So it might be a little long because this is real stuff here. So the cool part is it's very fair. So I asked the guy, we're just going to start off with you having a card selected. Okay, so take any card you want. Okay, so now don't take a 10, Jack, Queen, King, or an Ace. Okay, but let's see which card you got. Okay, so let's see what you got. Okay, so you got a 7. So that's fair, a 7. So right off the bat, I could immediately start and say, so we'll start off with a king. Okay, so I could produce a king from a regular shuffle deck, and I'll leave the king right next to the 7, and from a shuffle deck, I actually can match your card and produce that king. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so what's better than 2 7s is if we just stop right about the middle, have a peek right over there at the third 7. I'll give the deck one more shuffle here, just to finish us off real nicely. Do you want the 7 to be on the top of the deck or the bottom? Let's say you said the bottom. I'll just flip it over, and we'll get 7 number 4. We'll actually leave these over here, and we're done with your cards now. But it's really cool. So as I was showing this to the guy, he was getting, more and more freaked out. He was like, that's crazy. That can't be real. How are you actually doing this from a shuffle deck of cards, So I told the guy, I said, I could basically do whatever anyone asks me to do. If you want, like, a pair of 3s, I could give you a pair of 3s, But I'm not really here to do that. I'm here to, I told you I'm going to try and do the 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. So let me get another king for you right over there. That one's tough. So, no one ever does the king, 2 in a row. But we should really want to be getting on with the queens now. Okay, so let's start with a queen. But don't forget, like I said, we do need a 10. So we'll get a 10 in there as well, just because we can. Now, if we wanted to go one lower than the 7 over here, it's very simple. We just give the deck a little bit of a cut. We shoot it out, and we could get a 6 here. So it's very versatile to do this move here. So we have the 10, the Jack. No, we don't have the Jack, but we have the 2 kings. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just make that 3 kings over there. Okay, just had to flash that. That's step 1. Now, it's really cool to do this because it's so simple. See, like if I wanted to shoot out the last king, I just have to position it right over there, shoot it out, grab it, and that's the 4th king. Okay, so it's very beautiful, very simple. Now, I'm feeling lonely for the queen because the queen is right on top of the deck from a shuffled deck of cards here. Let me just give the deck one more shuffle here. Okay, beautiful, and that should be fair. Now, the cool thing is about this deck of cards is that if you notice the cards here, they are actually really mixed. See, so like I could show you the faces of the cards and stuff. You know, I could show you the backs of the cards. But the cool thing is if you just touch the deck right here with your finger, the card actually shoots back. That really wasn't magical, but I just wanted to produce the jack over there. So, we got the 10s, the jacks, the kings. We basically have it all, you know. So we have a lot of cards. It's pretty, you know, wide variety here. Now, let me just produce one more queen for you. I'm sorry, that's a 4. That was a queen cleverly disguising itself on the way. Do you know what happens to the 4s that pretend to be the queens? They actually get in trouble. See, I'll show you what I'm saying. You could see the 4 nice and clear, but watch, if I just rub it just like that, you actually see it turn into the queen just like that. It's very, very nice. It's beautiful. So, let's see, we got a 10, a jack, the 4 queens over there. Wait, is that the 4 queens? Let me see. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Okay, that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 kings. 1, 2, 3, 4 queens. It's really cool. So, it's great, you know. It's a really cool thing. So, I'm sorry because I haven't actually promised. I did actually promise to find you at least one ace. So, I will try to do that. Let me see. Let me just square up here. Okay, so we'll try the 5 here. Rub into the ace. Beautiful. From a shuffled deck of cards with the ace. So that's good. At least, you know, I don't feel too bad. Sorry about that over here. Mixing up the cards. Okay, so a 5 fell, so we'll just shuffle the deck back up into each other. Beautiful. Now, the 8 is a nice card, but let me just explain something, because the 8 was on the bottom here. Now, if I could control the ace to the top, that would be amazing. So watch the ace actually go right to the top. That's 2 aces, a 10. That is, what is that? That's a jack, 4 queens, and 4 kings. It's really cool because all of a sudden, if I wanted to produce, let me see, 2 5s from the deck, you can also do that as well. But that's child's play. That's not real magic. So that's pretty cool. So just keep shuffling and cutting the cards. This is so cool because it's really, really, really fair. You know, like I said, we'll just snap the fingers, get the 5 on the bottom just to add it. And then there is the 10. I controlled another 10, so now we have 3 10s. It's really cool. Very simple to do, and it looks like pure magic. The real cool thing about this is that the aces over there are kind of lonely. So if we just give the deck 1, 2, 3 cuts, and let's say we were to count 4 cards. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. The 4th card right over there, if you had a peek at it, it would be the ace of diamonds. That's the pretty cool part, okay? It's really cool, and what I like to do is, as I was telling the guy all of the stories, because I did promise you at least an ace, at least a 10, at least a jack, at least a queen and a king, and along the way, I gave you a nice full house over here. I gave you 4 of your exact cards, and decreasing 1 card, so like the 7, and then I got the 6 in there. I do not like to leave any evidence, so let me just square these up real fast. There's no gimmicks. I swear to God, there's no gimmicks. That's what makes this trick so much fun. You could show all these cards. I won't do anything. Here, just leave them off to the side. This is a genuinely shuffled deck of cards, so there are no traces left behind of your gambling and cheating moves. And just for the added effect, I did control a jack to the top, for real, but I just didn't want to reveal it. But now you know. So there's no certain setup, no certain gimmicks, no certain anything. So now let me give you guys an honest review of the effect. Okay, so you don't have to stay here, and you don't have to watch this part, because I'm just going to be talking about the trick. So if that is boring for you, I'll see you later on. This is the Mystifier. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, thank you all. I love you. Thank you guys. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and everything. And now I'm going to talk about the effect. Now, this is the important part for me, because the trick was nice, the trick was dandy, but I'm going to tell you some things that people don't normally tell you, okay? and you're just going to have to trust me and believe me on this. We're coming up on 10 minutes here. Hopefully this isn't too long. So, there's a couple variables here. I'm just going to play around with these cards while I talk to you. The deck is legitimately shuffled. There's no stacked decks. There's no crimps of any kind. You do not crimp a card. You do not Svengali deck a card. You don't have to add or take out anything from the deck. This could be a deck of 48 cards, 36 cards that are genuinely shuffled. And the cool thing is you can do multiple things. You can find aces. You can match cards. You could predict cards if you can learn how to do that. You can match a selection. You can match like a selected card. You can find full houses, 4 of a kind, straight flushes, straight flushes. You could do a trick of producing ace through king in that order. It is completely up to you. The only thing is you will not know the outcome of the trick. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that you won't know if it'll work 100% of the time? No, this trick will work 150% of the time. The trick will always work. You will never fail the trick because it is so simple to do, and it gets huge reactions, which is extra plus and added. It's just good that the trick will work every time. Now, are there any negatives? If you do not like to talk, then this trick is not for you, because you do have to talk a lot, because there are some things that you are doing, because while you're talking with the deck, you are putting cards in certain positions and you are shuffling. Well, I shouldn't say putting cards in positions. You're not putting any cards in any positions. You're just shuffling the deck. That's really about it. I'm not really lying here. This is actual honesty. You really are just shuffling and mixing up and cutting the cards as you speak the whole time. So just by shuffling and cutting the cards, if you want to, you can get a queen on top of the deck. So if I wanted a queen, I would just shoot the queen out, and with some friends here, just random cards here, and it is a real shuffled deck of cards. Now you might not believe me because the cards are a little mixed up, but it's real cool because like the queen, if we wanted to, we could get the king. Now, let's say you wanted the king on top or the bottom. Let's say the bottom. We would just get the king on the bottom, okay? So it's really simple to do. Now, the only thing is you don't know how the trick will turn out. What does that mean? Okay, so for every person in the world that performs this trick, you will always start the trick like this. Okay, pick a card. And then from there, so let's say it's a king. From there, the trick will be completely different. You can predict 3 other kings. You can predict 10 jack, queen, king, ace. You could predict 10 jacks, 10 queens. I'm sorry. I mean, you could produce 1 jack, a pair of queens, 3 tens, 4 aces. You could produce 3 other kings if you wanted to. You could produce only 1 king. You could produce 3 sevens on the way. What I mean is, just look at my performance, because if you look at my performance, you'll understand what I'm talking about. During the journey of me promising you 1 10, 1 jack, 1 queen, 1 king, I produced 3 jacks, 4 tens, 2 aces, 1 king, and I produced, you chose a 7 in the beginning of the trick. So then I controlled a 6 to it, because 6 is, 1 card less than 7, so I could control that. Then we had pair of 5s on the side, and a pair of 3s, I also believe, red and black, if I recall. So the cool thing is this is impromptu, but you just don't know how the outcome will be. You know that at the outcome you will definitely have 10 jack, queen, king, ace, but you will also get some surprises at the end, meaning that you can produce a pair of 7s, you can produce a pair of 9s, you can get a 10 jack, queen, king, ace all in one shot. So it's really cool. And I like it because it is customized to you. A big problem that magicians have today is taking a Svengali deck trick. They read the instructions and then they say, this is how they perform it after they read the instructions. Take a card. Great. Okay, watch the card. I'll put the card on the bottom of the deck. Boom, the whole deck becomes the card you said, So, like this, you would say, oh, look, the whole deck is your card. Look at that. Boom, every single card on the deck is your card. Look at that. It's real cool, So, that's the trick. Okay, great. Just watch this. Boom. Now if we give the deck a cut, every single card in the deck will be different. Now it's a good trick, but it's the same trick over and over and over and over and over. This is a trick that you could actually perform for the same person over and over, because you will get different outcomes. Disregarding the 10 jack queen king ace, that will always happen, but you just don't know how many you will get of each. You will not always get 2 tens, 2 jacks, 2 queens, 1 king. You know, it's always going to be different. You might get 4 aces all at once. You might get 10 jack, 10 10, king ace, you know, in that order, or it could be all mixed up. So I just wanted to be honest with you, because when you watch the Penguin Magic one, they tell you how great the trick is. They never give you any real world advice about this trick. And in the comments, it's either somebody really loves it or somebody really hates it. They're like, it's too hard. Worst 4 cents I ever spent. Don't get the trick. Or someone will be like, this is the best trick ever. You have to get this trick. Anyone who loves card magic, get this trick. It's a great trick because this, oh my God. You have to be, you know, honest. You can't be biased. You have to be neutral. Because if you have a neutral opinion, then you can honestly state the pros and you can honestly state the cons. So, it's you know, it's a different trick. The pros of this trick, it's fully customizable for you, and you don't have to do anything to customize it. You really, really can shuffle up the deck of cards, honestly, with the spectator. And I have a show tonight, and I will be using this trick. I don't know how else to, you know, talk to you guys, because some people will believe me, some people won't. But this trick is 150% worth it. In my opinion, it was only $9.95 on Penguin. So $10, let's not be, you know, cheap here. It's $10, okay? Let's round this guy up here. It's $10, and I think it's a great little trick to do when you have nothing but a deck of cards, and you will get great reactions with it because it is so direct, so simple, so beautiful. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later on. This is a 5-star rating out of 5 stars for Thetalia by Ian Rowland. I don't even know the damn guy, and I love this trick. Thank you guys. I love you all so much. If you have any comments, please, I will make a video for you. I will answer your questions. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. If you stayed with me this long, you are a true subscriber. Thank you guys so much. I love you all so much. This is the Mystifier. I will see you later on with another effect. Have a good day, guys. And that's all. Bye-bye.